Welcome everybody to the Saddle Cartel YouTube channel. I'm Cash Kester, and we're here with another episode of our success series. I've got a good one for you today. We got a slammer buck on the ground by Mr. Michael Ivory. Michael, what's going on, man?
Not much. How are you doing?
It's going good. It's going good. Uh, so tell us a little bit about it, man. Where are you from? Give us a rundown where you're from, how long you've been hunting, whitetail hunting specifically. Just tell us a little bit about you.
Central Pennsylvania, more western side. I've been doing mostly private ground, a little bit of mostly whenever I first started driving woods with rifles. I
Mhm.
didn't really start getting in bow hunting until I was a little older, I guess you could say, mid 20s.
Okay.
And then we, little town, big bucks.
Sweet.
Hard.
So, you said western part of the state. What is like what kind of topography are we talking? We talking big timber PA? Or are we talking kind of rolling hills? Or what is it like over there?
A lot of farm ground,
Farm ground.
backed into state game lands, big woods.
Okay, right on. And so whenever I think of PA, I could be wrong, and I know that as of lately, you look at some of these big name social media guys, let's say the Levi Morgans of the world, and some of them guys are killing some real big bucks. But I guess in the past, maybe until this year or maybe the last couple years, um, do people look at PA as a big buck state? Because when I saw the picture of the deer you posted, I literally was like, man, that's a slammer for that area to my knowledge. What is your take on size of deer and things of that nature there?
Uh, it it's weird. Every once in a while, one will get through, and you'll have a 150, 160. I think about what a half hour from me, a guy shot a 174,
Oh, okay.
which that's a hammer for the
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
But most of the time, they're right around, I don't know, 135 to 145 is getting pretty. That's a pretty decent buck nowadays around here.
Well, I mean, crap, like I would think people maybe know by now, but like I said, we're here from Oklahoma, me and Trey at least, and dude, people don't realize a 150 deer, we're not Iowa, we're not Illinois, but we have good deer. And don't get me wrong, people kill giant bucks in Oklahoma too. But dude, a 150 is a big deer.
Yeah,
And I don't care if it's a 125. You shooting a poking young whitetail with a bow, that's a stud. And everything's a trophy. I don't care, man. I've passed some deer and different things, and it's like, why, man? It's hard enough, It's like you shoot what makes you happy and all the things, but when you get it done on a big one too, it's like a little cherry on top. It's pretty awesome. So,
absolutely. Like I got, I think it scored out to like a 127,
yeah.
8 point on the wall,
Oh yeah.
rifle, and 21. And then I got one in a national forest. I don't even know what it scores, but it was my first national forest buck, so I got it mounted. It was my biggest buck. Well, it was, not anymore.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, get us into it a little bit. So, on your post, you said this was your first saddle kill, correct?
Yep.
How
Yes.
long have you been dabbling in the saddle world, or was this the first year? What were we looking at?
This is my, what year is it? 25. My third year in the saddle.
Okay. And was it like, have you been doing saddle exclusively, or does it just depend on the situation?
Situation. I ended
Yeah.
up I gave my climber to my little brother,
Okay.
so I got rid of it, and then I got some stands set up on the farm. So we have permanent stands that are always in a good spot. But for the
Absolutely.
last 3 years, I just sort of been bouncing around in a saddle, going everywhere.
Heck yeah. Awesome. So connected on the first year. Or sorry, not the first year, but this is the first year connecting. What were some of the, I don't know, tools, if you will? What was your saddle? What was your platform? Run us through the gear that you were using, and then kind of give us as you're going. You don't have to bash on it by no means if it's something you don't like or whatever, but give us a little idea of like, I would do this again. Maybe I wouldn't do that if you can.
Yeah. So I run a tethered Phantom saddle,
Hmm.
which I like it. it's light, but
Okay.
it's not it's not wide enough. Like
Okay.
I have to keep it below my belt and it's still like right at the bottom of my pockets. It's doable for what I'm doing right now. I don't really sit for more than well, I don't do all day sits. I do
Yeah.
probably like 4 or 5 hours and 4 or 5 hours. Try to split everything up if I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm using the what are they? The Latitude Carbon SS sticks,
Okay.
which I like them. They're super light. They really grab a tree. They don't like letting go of trees. And so maybe why I didn't have any success my first couple years, I didn't have a platform because I was pushing in like a mile, 2 miles in looking for bear, and I just never bought never bought a platform. So I bought a platform this year, and it seemed to be the trick.
Sweet. Which one'd you go with there?
The what is it? The EDP?
Oh, yeah, trophy line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've run the same one. That thing's solid as rock. I like it. Sometimes I get a little frustrated with the cam buckle situation, whatever that thing's called. It can be a
Yep.
little cumbersome and loud if you end up clanking it, but that's probably
Yeah.
partially my fault as well. You could do some things, but
Yeah, it's the same exact thing. Like
yeah,
trying to just put it up, it's always slamming on against
yeah,
everything. You can never
absolutely.
get it to where you want it, and if you do, it's twisted
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
every time.
yeah. You throw it around the tree and it's twisted up around the backside.
Nope.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's all a bunch of solid gear though. I mean, I know a lot of people I've heard great things about the Latitude from their packs to their sticks and in between, but I've never messed with it. But Trophy Line, I really enjoy a lot of their stuff. I run some tethered sticks, so I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them name brand companies like that. I think you're doing good there. Um, let's get into it. What was the date and give us the story of this buck?
It was November 30th, day before Halloween,
Okay.
or October 30th, day before Halloween, and went to work, and it rained all day at work. I came home. Wife got home from work. I was laying on the bed thinking what I should do, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I should probably be in the woods. It's either today or tomorrow. It rained all day today. They're going to be moving chicken scrapes." And she's like, "Go." And I was like, "All right." So I pissed around for like another half hour, and she came out. She's like, "Didn't you leave yet?" I was like, "All right, hold on. I'm going." So I went out, jumped in the truck. I don't have to go very far. It's only about a quarter mile up the road.
Oh,
And
perfect.
then, yeah, and finally figured out where I was going to go. I already had the tree cut out from, I think I was out there like 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Just one time set up, didn't see anything. So the tree was already prepped. Made it halfway, realized I didn't have my rangefinder. So I had to turn around, walk like 300 yards back to the truck, get my rangefinder.
Yeah.
By the time I got into the tree, it was like 5:15 and super quiet in the woods. Was sitting there looking around. My buddy started messaging me about he was looking for a rifle
Mhm.
and that would fit his suppressor.
Yeah.
So I was looking that stuff up, looking around just here and there, trying to see anything, and turned around. There was a spike out in the cut soybean field above me. So turned around, watched him for about 15 minutes until he fed off, and then sitting there, went back into messaging my buddy again, looking down at my phone, looking up, looking around, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I caught just the whole one side of the horn. He was already across the four-wheeler trail below me, and that was 30 yards. So threw my phone in my book bag, grabbed my rangefinder. I was ranging. This is probably at 6:20 ish.
What time was it getting dark there at that time? How much time do you have
About
left, you think?
6:45 to 7 o'clock. It was
Okay.
pretty dark,
Okay.
and I was ranging down through my. Whenever you range on my rangefinder, it's black letters and everything.
Yep.
So I couldn't see. So I was hitting the button, looking at the sky, hitting the button. I couldn't see it. So I whipped to the other side of the tree, I ranged a log and it said 21. Threw my rangefinder in my book bag, grabbed my bow, spun out around the tree, pulled back. As soon as I pulled back, he was already at that log, quartering away real hard. And I sent one in right behind the rib cage, and it went up through, clipped the liver, both lungs, and punched out square through a rib on the other side, and then still stuck in the log a full broadhead.
Man, don't you love those quartering away shots? I mean, you just get a little bit of everything up through there. I love them.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, so how far did he go after that shot?
He ended up going, well, I turned on my Onyx tracker
Yeah.
and I was going to track it and see where it went. Well, I forgot to turn it off. So it has me walking there, walking back in the side by side, going to pick it up in the truck, up and down. So it probably only went about 100 yards.
Oh, nice. Well, let me back
Across the
you up.
main.
Go ahead.
Good.
Let me back you up because I'm probably doing terrible hosting. What did you have any history with this buck? Like is this something you've had on camera or anything like that?
Yeah. So at my house, which is, like I said, from where I was hunting, probably about half to 3/4 of a mile away, maybe even a mile. I
Hmm.
have them behind my house, but it was always at night on
Okay.
camera.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. So you had a little history. First year history with him?
Uh, I don't might have had him last year, but
Yeah,
a
maybe
lot of the
so.
bucks all look alike around here. So
Sure.
unless he has like
Yeah.
big features,
Yeah.
then you can't really differentiate him from the smaller ones.
Sure. Yeah, we get a lot of those. It's funny because I have one property that I hunt, and I get a lot of good summer deer, and then they range off in the fall, and it's pretty frustrating. But I can almost tell you like their characteristics. You can just distinguish them really well. Then I've got another property that I've hunted my whole life, and very rarely do we ever notice a deer year to year like that. And so it's can be hit and miss on that. But so you had a little bit of history with him then. After your shot, give us some of like were you going through like because this is your biggest one now, right? Biggest buck to date.
Yep.
So what was the emotions still in the tree?
So I sat there for a minute. I messaged my wife. I said, I think I just shot the Big Ten. And she must have been bathing her kid because she didn't answer. So then I texted my brother. I didn't even say anything really to him. All I said was, "Are you home?" And then he said, "Yeah. Do you need help?" I said, "I don't know yet." So I got the binos out and I was looking at the log in that general area to see if I could
Mhm.
see my arrow because I don't run lighted nocks or anything.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see it. I was like, it's either still in the deer or I just whiffed it on the biggest buck of my life. And I sat there for probably another 25, probably a half hour, 45 minutes, trying to figure out if I hit it. If I didn't hit it, was his tail up? Was his tail
Yeah.
down? Where'd it go? Did it circle around? I'm watching the soybean field. I'm looking down, and I was a roller coaster for about 20 minutes trying to figure it out.
well, you said you got lungs, liver, all the way exited out. Had that perfect shot in the moment. You guess you didn't track your arrow. I mean, but your shot process felt good in the moment, though.
Yeah, everything felt good. The sound sounded good. It was
Okay.
either the sound of it hitting the log or
It-
I'm just
So
slamming into the ground
yeah.
or I don't know what it was.
So we either
I sort
cranked
of like,
him or we shot a log.
yep,
Perfect.
basically.
Heck yeah. So you get down, we track him up.
Oh,
What was it
I
like?
found I found my arrow first. The reason
Okay.
why I couldn't see it is because it was completely dripping in blood. It
Smoked
was
it.
completely like I don't have any white left on the fletchings or anything. It was completely red. So once
Jeez.
I found that, I was like, got him, got him, got him. Good hit. There was bubbles all through it. I was like, sweet.
Heck
So
yeah.
went about 20 yards until I actually started having blood. And
Really?
then, yeah, he took, whenever I shot him, he took two big, hard leaps and
Got out of
then just
there.
sort
Yeah.
of started walking. And then I
Yeah.
lost him behind a thicket.
Okay. So you're thinking he probably went 100 yards.
Yep.
Whenever we got up on him, then we
He,
figured out what was going on and we got him.
oh,
Tell me some more about that.
he crossed the main road
Oh. Yikes. Okay.
And which I didn't know he crossed. I thought he just went on the other side of the thicket and laid down.
Uh huh.
I had one like 6 or 7 cars go past, and I was like, "Oh man." I was like, I was our area is very big on just picking up roadkill.
Golly.
So so I was like, "Oh, someone's gonna stop and grab him." I'm
Oh,
like,
that's nerve wracking. Yeah.
"Yeah."
Oh,
So I hopped down out of the tree, found that, got on blood, and by that time, my brother came out with the side by side, parked in the edge of the soybean field, and then I was down to where he crossed the road at. Then I walked. He ran up and caught up with me, and I don't know how nobody saw. It was a foot wide the whole way across the road, just a strip of blood. Like there was a gap in the double yellow line that was just you couldn't even see it. It was completely covered.
that's awesome. That's crazy. That would be so nerve wracking. I mean, I live or one of the properties I hunt. It's fairly close to a highway, but it just seems like they typically don't ever go that direction or get that close. But boy, that'd be nerve wracking. By the time you
Yeah,
shoot one, and someone smacks it with a vehicle or something like that. Golly.
yeah.
Heck
And he
yeah.
ended up going into my one neighbor has a small little piece, and I called him and I was asked if I could go across his. I think I said I think it just went literally right on your property and died. He's like, yeah, go ahead. So he ended up showing up. So I walked down in, and I was still in the little piece of goldenrods that was there. Looking around, I was like, I lost blood, so I'm sort of doing little circles around,
Mhm.
and my brother circled out around me where the woods opened up, and all I hear him is say, "Holy hell!" I was like, "What?" He's like, "I see him." He's like, "That is the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life."
Heck
His
yeah.
The way he died, his head jammed down in the ground, and all you could see was his main
The
beams.
frame
You
of
couldn't.
him coming down.
E Everything else was stuck in the ground, and he was all twisted up on himself.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, so then at what point did you ever get a phone call back from the wife?
Yeah, yeah, well,
It's like
so
left you on
she
red
ended
there
up
for a
messaging
while.
me. Yeah, she ended up messaging me back and said, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, I finally found one."
That's
And
awesome.
I called her and I told her about me finding him and stuff like that, and then all I can hear in the background was my boy. He's 4, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And all I could hear him is say, "Did he get it?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, Does it have deer hot dogs in it? I want deer hot dogs."
Ah, that's awesome. Man, yeah, dude. It's funny because I've got a little one too, and she's 3 this year. Even last year, man, she just got so excited about it. And then, I don't know how old you are, but I never would have thought that when I was a kid that eventually having my own or whatever, and you get that feeling and they just how much they enjoy it. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I just know that there's something you'll understand it when your little one gets to experience it with you or your wife gets to experience it with you. Man,
Oh, yeah.
it's an amazing feeling. And like I said, and you're successful, biggest buck of your life. Um, man, yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. Getting to share it with your brother, uh, all those things, man. Well, you have the skull cap there, right?
I do.
Let's see it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta back up.
You're good. Oh, he does have some beams there, doesn't he? Sweet. Heck yeah.
Yeah, whenever he's coming through the woods, all I saw was that.
Yeah, oh yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. Heck yeah. Now I don't know if you're into it or not. Are you a score guy?
I am.
What did you put a tape to him yet?
So I haven't yet, but my taxidermist that I took it to, he rough scored it for me, and it came in at like a little over 135.
Yeah, I can't beat that. Like I said, I'd take a 135 right now all day long. I'm telling you, that is awesome.
Grinding it out like you are, yeah.
Ah, dude, man, I've been through the ringer. Me and Trey both, honestly. I know, whew, it's something, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It
dude.
gets real bad whenever you're in the shower or something and you start talking to yourself. My wife, I think it was like 2 years ago, she popped in, she's like, Are you on the phone?" I was like, No, I'm just talking out the last like 3 days." She's like, are you okay? Do you need help? I was like, no, I'm fine. I'll
You're in there
figure it
beating
out.
yourself up, just sitting in the
I
bottom
don't
of the
know why.
shower.
I don't know why they're traveling this way, and I'm there, but they're not traveling that way. They're traveling this way.
Ah, shoot. Well, that's dude. That's an awesome, awesome book story. Congratulations, man. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the state, but man, that seems like a good one to me. It's a good one anywhere. It doesn't matter. Um, awesome deer, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about your bow setup. What do
All
you
right.
got? What are you shooting?
I have a used Matthews Halon 32 is what I've
Okay.
been using
Yeah.
this year.
I know a lot of people that would still argue that Halon was one of the best ones that they've came out with in the last that's a 6 years, maybe something like that since that one.
6 or
And
7, yeah.
yeah, there's people that will argue that the Halon is still one of the best.
Yep.
Halon 32, still one of
Yep.
the best. Right on. What kind of arrows you shooting? Broadheads.
So I use the hunting public arrow builder whenever they used to have
Mm-hmm.
it through
Mm-hmm.
Vector, and I'm using a Vector arrow HMR in a 300 spline heavy setup. I think I'm at like 555.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what kind of draw length are you running in
Like
poundage?
28, 70 pounds.
28 to 70. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. Because I shoot, I have a 29 and a half draw at 70 pounds, and I'm shooting a 515 grain arrow. And that's, people would argue that's heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I actually, I lightened it up last year. Last year I was shooting almost a 600 grain.
ooh, yeah, that's throwing some logs at them right there, 600. And
Yeah.
there
After,
are benefits to having a good heavy arrow. I mean, I think you can get the same benefit from a lower 500s to even upper 400s. Um, I don't know. Sometimes the real heavy stuff, man. I don't know if you do a lot of target or something, but like last couple years we've been doing tack, and you get those heavy arrows. You get a lot of arc out through there, and so, but
yeah.
when you're at 20 yards out on a deer, like you said, you shooting quartering away, there's a lot of cavity you're passing through, and you had no problem. You
Yeah.
know
And
what I'm saying?
I still stuck in, blew through a
Absolutely,
rib and still stuck in. That
absolutely.
sort of sold me on it.
Yeah. So I'm agree. I'm with you. I do like a heavier arrow too. I would say 500s is heavy. In my opinion.
I
Um,
had a lot of with lighter setups. I had a lot of issues where I would get into one side and I never had a pass through. Shot several deer with a bow and never had a pass through. That was my first full good pass through that I ever had.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. I like I said. I know speed. People get on the speed kick, and I think years ago that was more so. And I think especially people that follow like the hunting public and the ranch fairy, things of that nature. Whether you agree with them or not, maybe it can go to extremes at times, but a good heavy arrow, you're not going to deny that you're going to get more pass throughs. Just all
Yeah.
there is to it. So.
Two episodes of the Ranch Fairy will really change your life.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it might be one way or the other, but you're gonna
Yep.
some of it makes sense. You gotta take what you want out of every situation, apply it to
Yeah.
yourself, and
What what tack do you shoot?
we've done the Oklahoma one the last
Oklahoma.
2 years ago. Just whenever I think they've had it here 3 years, and we've done it the last two. Um, I would love to venture out and do some of the other ones. I don't know. Gonna have to kind of look at see what's going on this year. I would love to get a kind of a saddle cartel group members get together somewhere and do some filming and stuff. I think that'd be a blast. Do you go to some of
Yeah, I do the Pennsylvania one every
them?
year.
Is it pretty good time?
It's fun. It's a good. Yeah,
Okay,
it's we usually have a blast. It's usually three of us that go together.
sweet.
But
Well,
I don't run this setup at all. Whenever I go to tack, I run. I pushed the limits of an arrow this year, and I had a blast with it. It was a super short inside my 28-inch draw, 400 spline. I don't even think it was barely 300 grains.
oh yeah, So you were trying to
Yeah,
get that 111 yards dialed in.
I was slamming a moose at 130 this year.
Oh man. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I just keep my hunting set up. I would love to change some stuff up a little bit, but and it's funny because 2 years ago, whenever they had it, man, I felt like I shot really good the whole course. And this last year I was filming some and it's kind of a, but I didn't shoot very good and have it out there for everybody to see. So it's, it's one of those things. But yeah, they're a blast, man. I love them. I would love to go do some different ones. So I'll keep that one in mind. Maybe I'll hit you up or something at some point.
yeah, for sure.
Shoot, yeah. So what broadheads were you shooting on this buck?
I think they're wasp Havalons.
Is it a fixed blade or a mechanical
Yeah, fixed.
fixed blade?
No. Yeah, fixed blade.
Mhm.
Yeah, fixed blade.
Oh, so it looks like right there. It's kind of big, huh? Big for a fixed
Yeah,
blade.
yeah. It's I don't know how big it is.
Okay,
Inch and a
nice.
quarter, something like that. Maybe a little more.
I gotcha. Have you always used a fixed blade head like that?
No, I used to use a. I don't know the names of them now. It's been a while, but a non O-ring expandable for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They were good until I tried to jam it through a little bit of brush and it opened up and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about it. You start getting mechanicals and you hit a limb or something like that. You're gonna get some deployments and stuff like that. But heck yeah. Well,
So
heck
then I
yeah.
went to fixed, heavy. I know they can go through a little bit, so it sort of works out in my favor.
Yeah, like I said, I've always shot mechanicals. I tried to run a fixed blade one year, and I did a slick trick, Viper trick. Wasn't impressed, but I also um, that particular head is actually kind of small, and so
Mm.
there's probably better options. But man, I like that big trauma. You know what I mean? I want to have a big cut, and so I've uh I've always landed on like a 2-inch mechanical and but dead is dead. I know a lot of people swear by a good fixed blade head. A lot of the trad guys, shoot obviously you shoot fixed blade heads. So if they're sharp and you're getting good penetration, you're gonna get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I almost bought, what are they, like single bevel, double bevel, just
yep.
giant
Yep.
hunks. I was gonna buy a set of them this year, and I ended up not. My buddy did, and he gaping hole in a buck this year.
Yeah. Like those
It
iron
was
wills.
actually impressive.
Yeah, like an iron will
Yeah,
or something. They look so sweet. But
yeah,
boy, they're pricey too. So
yeah,
heck
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Well, give us so being that it was your first one out of the saddle, what about, is there any tips, something that you've learned in the last few years that helped you, I don't know, get it done per se? What was something that you would give to the next guy? Because we get a lot of people that whenever they join the group, we have a questionnaire, a lot of people would know. And you'd be surprised how many people will say on there that they don't saddle hunt. So if there's someone that's trying to get into it, what's a few things that you like, dislike, maybe something that you've tried and would definitely do it again or wouldn't? Anything like that come off the top of your head?
Mm, don't look for the deals. That's sort of the
Absolutely.
way I went with it.
Yeah.
I think I bought my full setup. Everything was on sale. Sort of my saddle, I ended up buying it on sale. I got the saddle on sale, the junk bags on the side. They were
Mm-hmm.
included with the sale.
Yes.
So that saved me some money.
Mm-hmm.
Uh the platform, bought it right before Black Ovis went under,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and that's sad.
Yeah. The revolving
Bought
door
it
of
off.
Black Ovis. Yeah, that thing was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite merino wool setups.
Oh yeah.
But platform bought on discount. My sticks I got discount. Just yeah, don't rush into buying your setup. Wait,
Yeah.
start looking.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people kind of come into it and they think, oh, they hear the word maybe minimalist. That doesn't necessarily mean cost. you
No.
can actually get out of hand pretty quick on some of this gear.
Yes.
Some of the, these platforms or the one sticks, saddles in general. Now, I would say that if you get a chance to spend a little bit more on a good custom saddle, um, by all means. But I agree with you 100%. Try some things out, look for some deals. I think anybody starting out could reach out to some people in this group, find some people in their state. I know myself personally. Anybody's more than welcome to try what I've got, you know, test it out. And then, like I said, then wait on them good deals. Like I said, that word minimalist gets thrown around, or people think they're going to save weight, things of that nature. And it can get out of hand still in a hurry. So I agree with
Yeah.
you 100%. Yeah. Wait on some deals, make it as cheap as possible, and helps you out in the woods. What else you
Sure.
thinking? Anything?
Uh, Test runs. Lots
Absolutely.
of lots of test runs.
Yeah.
Making sure like you have all your stuff set up to where you sticks go in the tree, you go up, you can get your lineman's belt out, go up, then you have your in your other junk bag if you have a junk bag. Your accessory rope goes on so you can hang your stuff and then your tether and then you can be able to start putting everything on the tree because I've got it before where I was in a rush and I put stuff in the wrong order. You're up
Yep.
there trying to hold on to something else, pull something else out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny because I'm sure you got the same thing going on as you just said. But I've got like a system if I have dump pouches, which I kind of got away from dump pouches this year, but I've always had a system of like what's going to go on the tree, and then as I'm putting it up, it goes back to the bottom of the dump pouch.
Yep.
So you'll figure that stuff out. Like I said, the only way you can do it is to get out there and practice in the tree, and nothing is a substitute for actually getting out there and getting at hunting height and seeing what your gear and how it's going to perform, things of that nature.
Yep,
But
exactly.
heck yeah. Well, those are good tips. What's the rest of your season look like? You gonna keep getting out there?
Yeah, I got two doe tags left and my wife works the first day of rifle here.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually build a what is it? 6 by 8 blind
Mm-hmm.
for I wasn't going to build one and then since she had to work and I didn't know if I was going to tag out with my bow or not, I built that so I could take my boy because I don't have anybody to watch him.
Yeah.
So me and him are going to be sitting in it the first morning.
Sweet.
Our rifle season opens the what is it? The Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Heck yeah. So you're just gonna wait until that rifle season probably to go back out?
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. Get some family time in for the
Sweet.
next couple weeks, and
Cool.
then well, I have bear season coming up also, bear rifle,
Oh,
which
nice.
is the Saturday and Sunday before Thanksgiving. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but wasn't able to get Monday, Tuesday off this year from work.
Yeah. Well, you ought to just quit work. No one likes that anyways. It gets in the way of hunting.
Actually, this is the first year I actually had to watch because usually I'm laid off in the winters
Oh,
from my last job and I got a
yeah.
new job and now I don't get laid off in the winter. So
Well, maybe we'll
no.
keep that one around then.
Yeah.
Well, heck, maybe you'll have to post on the group whether it's a rifle or not. We don't care, but maybe you can get was it more hot dogs with your boy?
More hot dogs.
Go get some more hot dogs with your boy.
No, yeah. What did we get this time? 22 pounds of hot dogs.
Oh man, heck yeah, can't beat
Yeah.
that.
No,
Heck
no,
yeah.
we put the deer hot dogs down. Me and
Sweet.
him. My wife doesn't like them as much, but me and him we put down about 8 to 10 at one sitting.
Woo! That's doing it. That's awesome, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you getting on here and telling your story and showing your deer. Like I said, man, we don't get to do this without people like you posting on there. And dude, slammer of a buck, congratulations, and we appreciate it. Look forward to seeing more of you and your boy, and as he gets older, maybe we can see something that he kills in the future. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Hopefully here in the next few years.
There you go. Well, thanks again. Congratulations. And we will keep in touch.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You bet, man. Thank you.
All right. Yep. See ya.
See you.